So this year I applied for 1,084,209 jobs.
Yeah, that's the market. And before anyone tells you it's a you problem, go look at the tech industry hiring charts for the past 6 or 7 years. It peaked in 2022 when knowing how to copy-paste working code from ChatGPT into a repo got you 3 competing 6-figure offers. And in case you've been living under a rock, that ain't the case anymore, unfortunately. So here's what works when you're applying into a market that's literally rigged against you. Oh, and quickly before we start, I post 3 videos weekly, so subscribe and hit that bell to become a codehead and get notified as soon as I drop. All right, let's go. First up is, you guessed it, your resume.
What's this? What's this?
Start by cutting the summary paragraph at the top. Yeah, nobody reads that, buddy. And every recruiter I've talked to says the same thing. It's just wasted space where your first bullet point should be. 1 page, no exceptions, no matter how many internships you think you need to cram in. You have 6 to 8 seconds before someone decides whether to keep reading. And a paragraph about your passion for technology is not going to buy you those seconds back. Now the projects. This is where most resumes die. If your top project is a to-do app, a weather app, or breast cancer detection using a Kaggle dataset,
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
you look like everyone else applying to the same 500 postings. For this, you have to prioritize quality over quantity. Build something a little weird and unique. A tool that scrapes something nobody's scraping. A bot that automates something dumb but real. A project tied to something you actually care about. Weird beats impressive every time, because weird is memorable and impressive is forgettable. Next, the resume language. Always try to match the job description. For example, if they say lead migration and you did something close to that, say lead migration, not helped with. ATS systems are keyword matchers, and recruiters skim for the same words the posting used. Don't stuff in a term you can't explain in an interview because someone will ask, and I put that there because ChatGPT told me to, is not an answer that ends well for you. Now the actual gray zone hack. Skip the portal. Every big job posting funnels you into an ATS queue with 500 other applicants and a bot deciding who gets seen. Find the hiring manager or the team lead on LinkedIn instead, and send them a short, specific message about why you're relevant to what they're building. It's not against any rule. Nobody's punishing you for it. It's just that 90% of applicants never think to try it or are scared to do so. So the ones who do stand out by default. Same logic applies to role titles. If you're a full stack developer, you're also a back-end developer, a platform engineer, sometimes even a DevOps candidate, depending on what you've touched. Don't write one resume and spam it everywhere. Make 2 or 3 versions tuned to the roles you're actually qualified for, and apply with intent instead of blasting 200 identical PDFs into the void. And if you want proof you can back up in an interview, put your code where someone can see it working. A GitHub with real commit history beats a portfolio site with screenshots every time, because commit history can't be faked convincingly, and screenshots can. Same goes for contributing to an open source project the company actually uses. Reference that in your application, and congrats, you've just skipped past every generic cover letter in the pile. Oh, an interview prep works the same way as the resume, by the way. Generic effort gets generic results. Don't grind the same 100 leak code problems everyone else is grinding. Look up what format the specific company runs. System design heavy, take-home project, pure algorithmic grind, whatever it is, and prep for that. And when you get the interviewer live, ask them what they're evaluating on that round. Almost nobody asks us. It's not a trick question, and most interviewers will just tell you because it makes their job easier too. Last thing, if you do everything on this list and still get ghosted 50 times in a row, that's not a reflection of you. It's a reflection of a market where 100+ applications per offer is just the baseline now.
Stewie,
Yeah?
it's not your fault.
What?
It's not your fault.
I know.
It's not your fault.
I know.
The people posting 6-figure success stories right now graduated into a completely different hiring environment, where just knowing that ChatGPT exists basically guaranteed getting you hired. Now, working with ChatGPT, Claude, Kimi, and even Gemini is literally the baseline. And speaking of those, have you ever had ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini open at the same time while working on some product and you suddenly lose focus because you keep juggling between tabs? Because I have. And Chat LLM by Abacus AI, the sponsor of today's video, fixes that. For just $10 a month, Chat LLM puts ChatGPT 5.6, Claude Fable 5, Gemini 3.1, Grok, and DeepSeek all in one place. New model drops, they plug it in fast, so you're never stuck on last week's version. There's even Route LLM baked in, which auto picks the best model for whatever you're asking, so you're not the one guessing which AI is smartest for the job. And the best part, it's not just chat. You get AI agents that run 24/7, like a personal assistant, image and video generation pulling from Seedance, Kling, Nato Banana, and Flux, and full deck creation where it does the deep research and builds the slides for you. And this is the part that got me, by the way, you can build a full stack app, a website, or a mobile app just like chatting. No coding needed. Then accept payments and run it as a real business. Spin up agent swarms and they'll build you your own CRM with agents handling front end, back end, and hosting in parallel. There's even a supercomputer mode to host and scale your own open source LLM. $10 a month. That's less than one of the subscriptions I just mentioned, and it replaces all of them. Click the link in the description or scan this QR code if you want to check it out. Thanks to Abacus for sponsoring this video.